Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. It's the gift giving season, y'all. We are rolling into Christmas, Hanukkah, Festivus, Lunar. Sorry, I have a felon. Can y'all see this felon? I have a felon right here. You can probably see there. You can see like the tip of his nose. Anyway, we are rolling into all of, Lunar New Year. I was about to say Lunar New Year. We are rolling into all of these gift giving seasons. So I want to have a couple of conversations, sort of comparing things, just to give you some, not like, I was going to say to help you decide. I ain't here to help you decide, but just to sort of give you some information about different things that I have or have used in the past to maybe help you decide between some closely related options for gift giving for some of your gift recipients. And today, y'all, we are going to be comparing the Kindle Colorsoft, not the Paperwhite, but just like the plain old regular Colorsoft, and the similarly appointed just plain old Kindle. So not a Paperwhite, just a plain old Kindle. And here's the felon. Let's go ahead and discuss the elephant in the room before we get started. Y'all may recall I bought one of these a while ago, and I think we did a heads up comparison of this to the Paperwhite, the Colorsoft Paperwhite. And like we compared all the things and we decided they were both lovely devices, but that I didn't like this one. It wasn't fancy enough. And one of the things I didn't like was that it didn't have the double tap to turn the pages. So it only turns pages when you tell it to. It doesn't randomly turn pages. So I sent it back. That one, I believe I bought that one for full price. Well, y'all, Black Friday was the other day, and they had these things that I just bored my felon. He just walked away. Black Friday, let me scooch y'all so he can get up on the couch and leave us alone. Black Friday was the other day, and they had this Kindle. It's still on sale right now, but it won't be by the time I post this video. But this Colorsoft was on sale for, I'm gonna look to make sure so that I don't tell y'all a fib, $169.99. And then you could still get it with 3 months of Kindle Unlimited. So that's another almost $35.97 saving. And then let me tell y'all what happened. So it snowed the day before my thing was supposed to arrive, so it came late. So I got on the chat with the Amazons and I was like, hey, my thing was late, I would like to be compensated. And the person's like, okay, I'll give you $25. And I was like, is that the best you can do? It was a huge inconvenience. So then they ended up giving me, well, I haven't actually gotten it yet, but I think that I will be getting back significantly more than that because of the inconvenience of it being late. So I got a screaming good deal on this thing, and I'm excited because it doesn't turn pages randomly, but it is little and cute. And my real justification was I can use it for comparisons, which we're going to do right now. We are going to This is why I have everything in a case, everything except for this. I don't have a case for this yet, but we are going to compare the lower level Colorsoft and the basic Kindle. So let me get us on another camera so y'all can see what we're doing, and let's get started. All right, let's jump into this and compare these bad boys. Now, I think I mentioned my goal here is to help you decide between these two e-readers as a gift or obviously for yourself. So I want to focus on the differences. Now, I'm going to try to keep my hands out of the frame as much as possible because the thing autofocuses and it messes things up. So the regular Kindle, this is my Bible Kindle. So if you saw that setup video, that's this one. So it still has ads on it. It's just like the plain old, get it as it comes, basic Kindle. And this Colorsoft, I literally just took out of the box, plugged it in, loaded a couple things on it. Well, set it to my account, loaded a couple things on it, and we're going to go through and talk about it. So we're probably going to get those, like, you know how it tells you like how to do this and that on a Kindle? We're probably going to get those, but let's jump into it. So the main difference between these devices is, of course, the screen. The Colorsoft has a 7-inch screen, and you know what, this isn't a case. Let me take it out of the case. Even though it's just a little like clear plastic, like it's really more like a sleeve than a case, but whatever. You can see them both commando now. So 7-inch screen on the Colorsoft, 6-inch screen on the basic Kindle. The Colorsoft is, of course, the latest Kaleido, I think it's Kaleido 3 e-ink screen. It's 300 ppi when you're reading in black and white, and it's 150 in color. The basic Kindle is 300 ppi in black and white. So that's like all the Kindles are 300 ppi in black and white. So, of course, they're both 16 gigs of storage. Well, I say that, we didn't talk about that, but they're both, let me do that again. Each is 16 gigs of storage, which for the basic Kindle, that is tons. Like, I cannot imagine you ever running out or even having to worry about like storing things in the cloud and just pulling them down to read them on the regular Kindle when you're just reading like black and white text. But for the Colorsoft, comics, graphic novels, magazines, those will chew up some storage. So I'm not saying it's necessarily a deal breaker if you or your gift recipient are color text readers. I think you just need to have a plan for what you're going to do, like cloud-based storage, caliber, those kind of things that'll allow you to move things on and off of the device when storage starts to get kind of used up. Battery life, the basic Kindle will go forever. I mean, it'll go weeks and weeks. They say, I think, up to 8 weeks, of course, depending on how much you read, how long you run it for, how high you run the light and all that, but it'll go for a while. Now, the color Kindle, for me, all color e-readers, the battery just doesn't last as long. For one, because I run them at I run the lights brighter because I like to see my colors, and it just takes more juice to run color. So if battery life is an issue, I mean, plug it in, but if battery life is an issue, maybe that's something to think about. While we're talking about it, let's talk about let me turn both of these on. Did I say this is my Bible Kindle? This is my Bible. The green one is my Bible Kindle. So like it's got the ads enabled. I didn't get rid of the ads or anything. So I'm just going to unlock it. And I mean, you can see the text on it. Let me open. I think that's all I have on here too so far. All right, so here's and I haven't set my color Kindle up with my like Bookerly 3.2 and all that yet. So this is literally just what it is out of the box. But I just want you to see the difference in, you can see, I think you can see that well on the picture. I had a question about whether, like somebody said that they had read or heard that the words, like when you're reading text on the Colorsoft, that it's not as crisp. And I asked some other, actually my Patreons, we were in a live stream, and a couple of them have Colorsofts, and I was like, what do y'all think? Because I wanted to get their opinion. I don't think I told them my opinion before I asked. Maybe I did. I don't know. Y'all know me. But they said, and I agree with this, that like it's not as bright, not as crisp, but that's just what a color that's just the nature of color e-ink. It's just not, I mean, that's just what it kind of looks like. So you can see here, hang on, let's adjust. Okay, so this is 18 brightness, and the warmth, you see the warmth is all the way off on the Colorsoft. So that's just what it is. And now I can run the light up a little higher to make it a little brighter. But yeah, I mean, it is, I say it's yellow, just call it warm, like it's a warm light, which it is a warm light, but I mean, it looks more yellow. It does have warm light. So, ooh, that's orange. That's very, very orange. But it'll get very, very warm. But I mean, you can see the compared. You know what? Hang on. I'm not sure that these are set up exactly alike now, but they're close. All right, so those are like much more similar presentations now. The font is more similar, the setup of the page is more similar, and both of those are on 18 for brightness. So you can see the difference in the screens. Again, I don't know if it matters, but somebody asked, so there's my answer. Can y'all hear that felon snoring? There's a felon right there, like, hang on. Right behind us on the couch. I just messed up my camera, sorry. Anyway, so that's the difference in just the like reading text. Price, of course, is, I'm gonna put y'all over here closer to the thing so I can stop craning my neck. Price, of course, is significantly different. So I'm gonna tell you just the regular price. Right now they're both on sale, and I expect they will be on sale off and on through the holidays. So I mean, if you want one, maybe buy it at full price, maybe don't, I don't know. But the Colorsoft is $249.99, I believe. And this Kindle is $109.99. As a matter of fact, I think I paid that much for this Kindle, and now I'm mad because it's on like mad sale. But anyway, so let's talk about the different devices. So let's talk first about the standard Kindle, which I am in love with this Kindle, by the way. Remember, I bought this. I say that like everybody watches all my videos. Sorry about that. I really don't believe that. But I will tell you, look, I have to show y'all way too much of my life. My like Bible bag, or my Bible study bag, is right here because that's where this Kindle lives. I bought it because I wanted a like dedicated Kindle for when I sit down to write my daily devotionals, write my Bible studies. I wanted one that when I opened it up, it wasn't going to be some serial killer romance or something on the front page. I wanted one that was just my Bible or Bibles. And this is perfect for that. It is a perfect size. So you know what? Let me show you. Oh, I think my devotional notebook is upstairs, but this will work too. So I will sit on the couch and I will have my devotional notebook on my lap, and I will pull up on my Kindle, like whatever it is that I want to, whatever verse it is that I want to write, and I will have it there and I will write like this. So you can see it's just the perfect size for that for me. It's compact. So I turned to my page, but that's fine. So I love the size of it. Of course, I love Kindles. Even with all of like the issues, the fussing that we do about Amazon, I still love Kindles. So I think like for travelers, like if you have a commuter, you know what, I'm just going to talk like we are responsible around the holidays and we don't buy things for ourselves and we're only talking about buying for somebody else. So Felon Daisy just looked up like, why are you upset? I ain't upset. It's all good. But so if you or the person, if your gift recipient is maybe a commuter and they're looking for, and you are looking for them a compact e-reader. Now there are smaller ones like the Palma, the Books Palma is smaller than this, but Kindle, and it is not $109. Like it is not this price point, but I think this is a great small compact e-reader. These new ones are very snappy. Like turning pages, they are very snappy. They respond well when you go to highlight, when you add notes, when you do all of those things. They are very quick. Of course, like we said, that 16 gigs of storage is a ton. It might be a metric ton. I'm not sure. I don't speak metric, but it is a lot. So if your gift, I'm just going to say your reader. If your reader is a like just classic, like book reader, like words on pages book reader, and if you think something compact for them would be a good idea, I think this is a great gift. Fabulous battery life. So again, if they're a commuter, they don't have to worry about plugging the thing in every night or every couple of days. Like plug it in on the weekends and you will be good to go. I mentioned the ads on this one. So I didn't get it with the ads removed, but if you're like, that is so freaking cheese, what are you doing? I mean, I don't necessarily disagree, but I mean, I don't care that the ads are on it. I believe, so it was $20. I don't know what it is anymore, but you can have the ads taken off so that then, hang on. Like this one, I think is a Paperwhite, but you see like my Bible book cover is the book cover because I'm all up in y'all's Kool-Aid now. Sorry about that. But this is the last book that I had opened, so that's my splash screen. And then when I open it, it's just there. I know we're not doing how-tos, but so if you're buying it as a gift, then that's kind of a nice touch, is when you, I love it, like the book cover being the splash screen. So, and I just don't care. I mean, I don't not care about this one, but I don't care that it's a splash screen because stays in my Bible bag, and then I just take it anyway, whatever. Nobody cares why I don't care. I just don't care. So I just keep the ads on here. But again, for a gift, maybe have the ads removed, and then they will have the book cover. Let me get rid of this so I don't confuse myself and start talking about the wrong Kindle. But so yeah, so I think this is a fabulous gift for a commuter who is a reader and someone who reads just like words on pages books, or like, you know what I mean? Like not graphic novel kind of books. Now this little cutie, first of all, I had no idea even that it did. I think I knew before, but I forgot that it didn't come with ads because, and I will tell you why I say that, because when I called or when I was texting the other day to fuss about it being late, I was going to lay on the schmooze and get the customer service person to remove the ads for me. Ain't no ads. So this is like ad-free straight out the box. And at $250, it best be ad-free. But anyway, so your splash screens are going to be these lovely, and they are so pretty, y'all. That's a new one, actually. These pretty little pictures. And like every time it goes to sleep, it'll be a different picture. That's why I keep waking it up and putting it to sleep. But they are so pretty. Look at this one. So pretty. So let's open. I actually downloaded that same Sonic the Hedgehog that we do every single time. There's Sonic. So great for, of course, graphic novels, comics, cookbooks. If your gift recipient reader, if your reader reads books that are image heavy, like lots of graphics in them, lots of pictures, this might be a good idea. The screen is just beautiful. This really isn't doing it justice. And so you can do a vivid, I think, hang on. Oh, there it is right there. I'm clicking the wrong thing. There's a vivid setting. So if you feel like whatever it is that you're looking at the colors aren't rich enough, you can set it in vivid and it'll, I'm trying to blow it up. I get confused between the different e-readers and there we go. What you do to do different things, because this is different from how the Kobos work. But I mean, it's if you're like, well, if it's hard, I'm not going to buy it for somebody. It's not hard. I'm just a little challenged sometimes. And it's very intuitive. I'm just sitting here flipping pages in Sonic the Hedgehog. So it's lovely for graphic novels, any kind of like color text. Sometimes, I mean, it's a lot, right? It's a lot for this little processor to do. So you can see, I don't know if you can see it. I keep looking over here because I'm using my old phone as like a viewfinder to like see what y'all are seeing. But I don't know if you can see it, but every once in a while it'll flash because it's refreshing the screen. But even that does not take long. I don't think the pages turn as quickly as they do in the regular Kindle, but this Kindle ain't turning a whole bunch of colors. So I think it's understandable that it might be a little bit slower. This one we talked about, you can adjust the warm light and you can schedule, like let's say you get in the bed at 9 o'clock every night and you want let's say your gift recipient gets in the bed at 9 o'clock every night and they want the warmth of the screen to adjust so that like to help them woosah and start to calm down and relax. So you can set that, you can set a schedule for when you want your warmth to change. I don't do that because I don't read these in the bed. I have a bedroom Kindle that I read in the bed, but there was something else I was going to tell y'all about that. Hang on, let me think. I know we're talking about the Colorsoft right now, but I did just remember this will not matter if you're not a Kindle person and you have not used or don't know anything about the Paperwhite, but the Paperwhite has auto adjusting brightness, which I have had people make comments that they hate that. They think that it does not work well, and they like that the basic Kindle doesn't have that because it aggravates them. Okay, but the basic Kindle does not have that. You can adjust the brightness, but it doesn't auto adjust based on the ambient light. Sorry, I just whacked y'all. My bad. I just remembered that. So the scheduling made me think of that. So you can adjust your brightness. All right, I think that's it. Let's come back up here and talk like humans. And let's just sum up briefly. For whom we think, I don't know why, y'all, why do I do this? Like I move the camera and then it's all like this. Let's just do a quick overview of for, y'all are seriously looking at me like this. I know the thing probably like auto levels, but it seriously looks like this. Like, you know, like the, was it the RCA dog where the dog would like tip its little head, like listening to the speaker? That's exactly what y'all looked like just then. All right, so let's talk about for whom which of these will be a great gift. Now, obviously, readers, right? If your gift recipient isn't a reader, don't be buying them an e-reader. But let's talk about which specific types of reader I think would love each of these. So the basic Kindle, I think, is a great gift for somebody who reads just your classic like romance, mysteries, just basic like words on pages novels. Somebody who would appreciate a compact form factor. So look, we ain't gonna bring the Paperwhite into this whole discussion, but look at the difference in size between this is the basic Kindle and this is the Paperwhite. So, and I've said this before, y'all, I feel like I am an average size human being, but I think I'm probably actually short. I'm like 5, 2 3/4. And I think like all of my, like I think I'm proportional to my 5, 2 3/4ness. So, I mean, I have probably small woman hands. I just admitted I have small woman hands, but this is very comfortable in my hand. I could like stand on a, I don't know how people travel. I travel from upstairs to downstairs in my house is my traveling. But like if you're standing on a bus, on a subway or whatever, if you're sitting somewhere and you're trying to be comfortable holding something, I think that any like normal size to big human being would be comfortable holding this because I'm a human being of like normal small, like I'm not tiny, but I'm like normal small and I can hold this for hours with absolutely no problem. So somebody that travels or somebody that, you know, would want to hold it to read, I think would love this. I should caveat this by you do you, but if there's somebody that you're trying to introduce to the Kindle ecosystem and you're like, ugh, if they would just try it, if they would just freaking try it. This might be a good little try. And again, watch for the sales. This was, I think this is like $68 right now. I'm mad, y'all. I am angry that I paid full price for this thing and it's $68 right now, but that's all right. I'm gonna get past that because I love my Kindle. But so I think those are the people that would love this. So if they travel, they want to be able to hold it. It's distraction free. It's not like bonging every 5 seconds to tell me that I have a text message, that I have an email. That's what we didn't talk about that at all, but that's a great thing about both of these, like all Kindles, is that they're distraction free. They're not hooked up to anything but the Kindleness. Of course, they're e-ink, so they're easier on the eyes. Both of them are easier on the eyes than like reading an iPhone, reading an iPad, reading, or, you know, any kind of cell phone, tablet kind of device. E-ink is way easier on the eyes. And I had another something. They're distraction free, easier on the eyes. Lightweight. This one is lighter. It's very light. Oh, and waterproof. So this, I've said this before. I said that the Kobo Clara wasn't waterproof. It's waterproof. This is not waterproof. I know that it is not waterproof because I didn't get this one wet, but I got the blue one that's out in the garage wet and it did not do well. I mean, it recovered, but it did not do well. And you can check, I have the thing pulled up right here and we can, look, let's check right now. Look, this one, it's like it's hard to tell because look, it's the first row one. And Waterproof. It does not have a check mark. You can't see it. Sorry, but trust me. It does not have a check mark. And I think all the other ones except the Scribe have a check mark. So it ain't the least bit waterproof, and they're not pretending it is waterproof. So that might be carrying it when you're traveling, and I mean commuting, not traveling like traveling, but like commuting, is don't get it wet. Don't get it wet. It's like what is it? Gremlins. Don't get them wet. Don't feed it after midnight. So that's who would love this. Now, the Colorsoft. Oh, and did I say I feel like this is a budget-friendly way to get into the Kindle ecosystem. Now, the Colorsoft, I think, is great if your gift recipient reader reads any kind of color stuff. So manga, comics, graphic novels, cookbooks on these, love. Any of that stuff. If they do, like you can send, I didn't say that about this, but I mean, we've talked about it with Kindles before. You can send PDFs to Kindles to read. So PDFs with like color graphics, any of that stuff, great on here. Books with maps, anything, or y'all know this is my ultimate weakness. I love, oh, hang on. I get all excited and forget which buttons to push. I just love color book covers. Hang on, I'm gonna do it over here. Color book covers. That is literally why I have color e-ink readers, is because I love to see book covers in color. And that's why, so this, I keep the splash screens because they're so pretty, but sometimes if I have a really pretty book, I will set it so that the book cover comes up, and that's just easy in settings. We've talked about that in a bunch of different videos, but because I just love to see book color, that's literally why I don't read manga, I don't read comics, I don't read graphic novels, I don't tend to use this for my cookbooks. I just use it because I like to see the pretty book covers. So if that is your gift recipient, and y'all, this is a bit more steep of a price point, like I acknowledge that. So if you're at that price point for your gift recipient and like you want to get them a, I don't know, sort of fun e-reader where they can read their manga and their comics and all of that and see pretty book covers, I think the Colorsoft is the one to go with. So that's it, y'all. Those are my lists of which e-reader to buy for which book reader. Let us know in the comments, what e-readers do you love? Why do you love them? And help us sort out who should buy which e-reader by telling us why you love the e-readers that you love. Let us know. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you made it this far, we are most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos over on Fit Danielle Eats the beginning of every week, with some book videos over here sprinkled in between. And now I do a daily devotional over on Fit Danielle Prays. So if I don't catch on one of those, I'll see you on the next one.